Oh yeah, here's a game from the time when you had to have balls to be a Sega Genesis hero. It's the year 2049 and the dirty, smelly human population of planet Earth is at an all-time level of irresponsibility and have gone instead to space to look for other planets to dump their cellophane and styrofoam. They've commissioned the Orbots to clean up their mess while they embark on their colonial voyage. Raster is one of those Orbots who is accidentally attached to a nuclear bomb and goes insane, declaring himself supreme dictator of Earth. This is where VECTORMAN comes in, an Orbot who is in charge of hurling toxic waste into the sun. Well, if he's strong enough to do that, then there's no question that he's got the orbs to take on Raster, right? This is VECTORMAN, developed by a subsidiary of Interplay called Blue Sky Software, and published by Sega. This is not only a fun run and gun to play, it's also one of the better looking and better controlled Genesis platformers of its time. The animation that is bestowed upon VECTORMAN gives life to our green spherical hero as he blasts his way through Raster's minions and collects photons and power-ups. The pre-rendered 3D graphics that make up the attributes of each level are along the same lines as the graphics that gave games like Donkey Kong Country depth and eye-popping visual effects. VECTORMAN's range of motion is a lot of fun to play with, especially with his awesome jet boots that he can use to double jump. Dozens of hanging TV screens are on each level that contain goodies like health points, photons, and blaster upgrades that will make your enemies no match for you. But what makes VECTORMAN even cooler of a video game hero is the fact that he can morph into a multitude of forms when he grabs the corresponding icon that falls out of a TV screen that he's blasted into a wiry pulp. Yes, our good green buddy can take the form of a ticking time bomb that he can roll towards his foes and self-destruct, swim as fast as a swordfish underwater, turn into a spinning drill that can bust through the ground, and hover through the air as a helicopter. It's a unique and creative attribute that really adds to the fun factor, and the surprise you get when it happens for the first time will have you bugging out. There are even 3 levels that you play entirely as a morphed form, such as this one, where VECTORMAN is in his train form battling against Metalhead. VECTORMAN is also a quality game in terms of its difficulty. It's a shame when a game turns out to look super awesome, but is either impossible to get a hold of or even too easy, showing lack of attention to the detail of the gameplay. I must also praise the impressive soundtrack, and to be honest, each and every day I play old video games that have excellent soundtracks, I'm starting to understand my love of electronica further. Let's also not forget the satisfying sound effects that correspond beautifully to each and every movement and explosion you create in the game. Blue Sky did well to add a super simple learning curve, and that's more than halfway of the work that needs to be done in order to create an excellent video game. VECTORMAN has become a favorite in the library of any gamer my age, which is probably why it's also selling so well as part of Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection on Xbox 360 and PS3, Sega Genesis Collection for PS2 and PSP, on Steam as part of the Sega Genesis Classics pack, and also on the Wii Virtual Console. Talks about a remake for PS2 were also on the rise, but they ended up canceling that project, unfortunately. I remember buying this game with a hopeful attitude and was well rewarded for my curiosity. If you're a fan of side-scrolling shooting action and impressively rendered old-school graphics, VECTORMAN is for you.